Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Another 4-in-1 review, another mix pack review, although I don't actually have the box. Magic Hat actually contacted me and asked if I wanted to review 3 of the 4 beers in their Spring Fever mix pack, which I actually haven't seen in stores, but whatever. So I said, yeah. You know, I don't contact breweries and tell them send me beer. If they contact me and want to offer beer, I'll more often than not take it, but we're gonna start with the plus mild, or plus minus. It's a mild, English style mild. A lot of malts in here. You can read the description below. Only 4.2%. Says a small serving of Northern Brewer hops. All right, since this is an English mild, I'm gonna use an English Nonic pint glass. It has like a brown appearance. Hold up to light, it's actually kind of like a orangish red, but you know, brown. Not much of a head on there. I mean, I poured it straight down the middle like a stout, and it got a big, huge, soapy head, but it just completely disappeared. Has that classic Magic Hat aroma to it. It's been a long time since I smelled that, but it also has that classic English style pub ale. It has like this almost like cider kind of aroma to it. Apple juice, something like that. You know, kind of sweet, kind of fruity. Smells good. Let's see if it tastes good. Cheers. Yes, I mean, it's definitely, it's a mild ale, right? Kind of like what I said with the aroma. It's kind of like in that cidery kind of territory. A little bit of like apple juice, a little bit of like almost like spice in there. Very sweet. It's like kind of like a flat soda kind of taste to it too. It's quite refreshing. Again, like that kind of juiciness on it. And I did get a little bit of like chocolate, very, very subtle, but I could taste it. It's made with chocolate malt, not actual chocolate. So it is giving that a little bit of that kind of bitter sweetness to it. Yeah, so far this is pretty good, so we'll come back to my final thoughts on this. It's pretty good. It's actually kind of complex. I get like, you know, a little bit of like flat soda mixed with like a really mild cider. A little bit of like chocolate candy right on the finish. And it all fades away very quickly. I mean, you can't tell to look at it, but while it's in the mouth, you get like a little bit of carbonation, fizziness, vibration. I mean, it's not a gassy beer like a lager. I mean, you can just slug this whole thing down, which I pretty much did. It's very refreshing, too. Drinking this on a hot, well, it feels like a summer's night, but it's spring. You know, pretty refreshing while it's in the mouth. And I'm even drinking this, you know, probably 55, 60 degrees, too. Definitely a session beer in my book, only 4.2% ABV. You could have a lot of these. So yeah, this was a surprising winner. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for the plus minus. I mean, it's not that's gonna knock your socks off completely unless you're a mild connoisseur, but you know, I think the average American beer drink will be pleasantly surprised by this one. So, all right, we're on the second beer. This is the demo. This is, I think it's a brand new beer. It's a black IPA, 6% ABV. It has that Magic Hat smell to it. Not quite as, you know, hoppy as I thought it was going to be. I mean, this smells more like a porter. You know, very, very malty, actually. I don't want to say pretty malty. Kind of this, like, citrusy bitterness up front. Then right to the middle, changes on a dime into, like, the very, you know, porter kind of qualities. You know, roasted, kind of toasted malts. Very sweet. Finishes with a nice kind of, like, chocolate candy taste. More like dark chocolate than milk chocolate, but not that robust. It's got some, you know, good carbonation amount to it. There's definitely like a vibration tingling while it's coming across the tongue. Pretty drinkable though. It's actually, you know, pretty refreshing actually. So anyways, I'll be right back with my final thoughts on the demo. He's claiming to be a black IPA, but it's drinking more like a porter with a lot of hops. Like it's only 45 IBU, so it's not that bitter. Drinkability on it though is making up for it. Like it's very smooth, even though you get noticeable carbonation, kind of vibration across the tongue. Goes down really, really smooth. I'm not getting any CO2 stuck in my throat or anything. Bit of a palate cleanser because of the hops, but it finishes quite clean. Like there's like a little bit of like a coffee, you know, kind of dark chocolate aftertaste, but you know, it's quite subtle. I just wish it had a little bit more of like everything. But that's not to say it's a bad beer. It's not. It's pretty good. In fact, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. You know, it's a decent offering. Yeah, so I like it. 7 out of 10 for the demo. All right, third beer. We got the vinyl lager. Yep, lager's upside down. You might remember Henry and his brother Ernie and I reviewed this 2 years ago, and we thought it was all right. Since I already reviewed it, I'm just gonna go straight to final thoughts. I'd give this a 7. I think that's what I gave it 2 years ago. In fact, yeah, I did give it a 7. It's a 7 again this time around. It's a good, pretty solid, clean lager. It's an amber lager. It's not a Vienna lager. It's basically like, you know, like Yingling, but without adjunct. So it's like a cleaner, stronger tasting Yingling. It's a little sweeter, very, very malty lager. Not a whole lot of bitterness on here. Nice kind of crisp body, so it drinks like a lager. It's refreshing. I have to give it that. I mean, it's very refreshing while it's in the mouth. They sent me the spec sheet, and it's interesting because for malt, it's Pale, Crystal, Munich, Victory, and Amber, and hops, Apollo, and Northern Brewer. And for yeast, it says San Francisco Lager. So I'm wondering if this is like a, you know, California Common or a steam beer. Is the same yeast Anchor uses? I don't know. It's only 20 IBUs and it's only 5.1% ABV. So, yeah, very, you know, well, not sessionable, but, you know, very highly drinkable lager. Great introductory craft lager for your physio drinking dad or uncle or whoever. So, yep, it's good. I like it. We'll go on to number 9 next. All right, after 2 weeks, I'm finally done with the Magic Hat mix pack, and we're doing the Magic Hat number 9, the Not Quite Pale Ale. Now, I'm not going to really review this one because I've already reviewed this twice. So just final thoughts and grades on this one. Again, it's that apricot-infused pale ale. So it does drink more like a very standard, like English-style pale ale plus apricot. It does have a little bit of like an artificial kind of taste to it. It does seem like a little like sugary, like it's sweetened with high fructose corn syrup. I don't know if it is. I don't know if they use actual fresh apricots or if they just use like extract or whatever. I don't know. I mean, it definitely tastes good to me. It's a very well balanced beer. I think I didn't. This bottle didn't come with the press kit that they sent me, so I had to go out and buy it. And I wanted to just review it just for the sake of completion. Problem is, there's no freshness date on this bottle at all that I can see or comprehend or anything. But yeah, shame, Magic Hat. You got to put freshness dates on the bottle. That being said, it's still a solid beer. You know, sometimes I see this at BMC bars. This is the only craft beer they have, and I'll jump on it, and I think it's pretty good. I know a lot of people hate this beer. I think it's a girly beer. It's not. It's a solid pale ale with just a different twist to it. It's not like a, you know, a Sam Adams cherry wheat or something. But yeah, 8 out of 10 for Magic Hat number 9. Thanks for watching this episode of Chad's Beer Reviews, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.